Alright, so it's the fourth step for my speaking process. Let's do it. Wait a minute, but before that, I have to go to actually go to my own account for checking some stuff if I really want to do that. Go here, wanna go here, wanna go here. Then this one is gonna be. Oh, I did it. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's gonna be perfect. It's good, right? Yeah, it's good. Then I'm gonna go here. If it's gone. Alright, so I started. But let me watch this the advertisement. Then make it bigger. Alright, let's start it. Upward constantly change. Basically changes is changing. If I put you right now in your head, it's gratitude right? And I hold your brain in my hand. Wait a minute. I have some problem with this video and I don't know why. It has to. Alright. Better now. I believe so. Alright. Let's start over again. Huh? Right. What is always lacking? Brain processing changes. Basically changes. Every experience is changing. If I put you right now, your brain surgery and I hold your brain in my hand. It's not going to do anything. I can look at it all day long. You did nothing in your body free function, no genome, no genetic activation, nothing will happen just with switch on. The fact that you are alive and I haven't done that. The only reason your brain and genes are doing anything is because you're thinking, feeling, and choosing. If firing them up is the switch on your thinking, feeling, and choosing, switches the genes on the all on our thinking, feeling, and choosing, and doesn't mind the eyes. The fact that that's the part that we are not have not done enough research on that after 30 years. I'm still researching. We got to focus, but because otherwise I can use my brain as a skill for everything during the day, and I really feel commitment. Go ahead what day. That's what that's not. Those are effects. I can be raised in the same household, experience the same challenges, and divorce, the same parents and twin. Everything could be identical, the same experience. By 20 years old, I can still view the world in different by way than you. You did it from birth. You did it from birth totally different. This is why we this is identical. This twin score. You have one that is in one age and one get and one still finding up and still going along. You know how you perceive things. When your body work you organize your mind is moving through your brain. Your brain builds that perception physically into your brain. You're still thinking, feeling, choosing moment by moment of every day. And if you take a scenario where I'm constantly seeing a negative, so if I have no more than 33 days, constantly thought in a certain way, I have built a very strong tree in my brain. A tree is a thought, our thoughts that are fairy things. They look like trees. They occupy mental and real estate and made of proteins. I agree, they are 100, they are totally. Right now you are rowing at the speed of 400 billion access you convert them with words. And as listeners in the trees, the brain, but when you have the anxiety or something for years, and you thought that anyway for years because of an experience, because of environment. So there's nurture you born with this right for life beside we in nurture environment, and we all this sort of stuff you right. And the I factor, the two twins going through life the same thing, but how they sing it. So each experience is not adding more and more layers to my internal. So here I'm born, but here I'm perceiving. I may perceive the two twins. One perceives relationship this way, but perceive a situation in this way. To this room to network built in the brain. And as you keep thinking in that certain way, so you strengthen. Whatever you think about the monster grows into a toxic. That's a pattern. I fully see that. You can change a person very easily to stand back observe their own thinking because it's also how they decide. If quantum physics and all of that, you can stand back and observe your own thinking, and you can also have what you're being noticed. You can see that that is, you can keep showing people. There's always a way for someone to see what we want you to do that. So if someone has done something and they have been doing it for the 3 days, they had wired a part into the brain like pathways of like a toxic state that I use this. It's a rebooting to all computers, and those computers if have been very established. It takes over days to build long-term memory. It takes 3 days to be able to build a habit, not in one level been taught to this way. I think after that you're going to expert level. So if I have for 6 years being warrior, I'm an expert warrior, it doesn't mean that's too high and I'm just become so I can only become a hard where I'm have to develop my work to develop management to use emotional signals like in society. And we use that to make to find out what is the cost and what is acquired and I'm so negative. I mean, long-term memory can be reconceptualized, and that means I will always remember. So they say, for example, someone sees the glass half empty. It's just been in that, and it's just like, and that's the to see the first every building is just always see the negative. A person can change, they can very well be become an expert in being negative. They can actually unguard, they can get into the point squares a lot of work you got to go through the pain of doing it, which people don't want to do this, but you can change that, reverse that process. This is the first one is gather. That's a big word for embrace, acknowledge. Embrace that you are embraced, that you haven't gotta accept this. As soon as the second one is God, you have to reflect. The deep reflection the process is the most painful part. It's like a searching with my friends and how to talk to friends. They said that they got to forget the patient to hear them to go through the pain before going to hurt you. Right, that's very one process. It's hard. I'm not lying, but it's good and it takes time. We're going to take cycles for 21 days. To the second process, deep reflection, where you're basically trying to check back to not necessarily back, but why I'm doing this. Are you studying this change? You're looking at your change, your problems. So the first thing is to start is to take, okay, let's say I'm depressed. This is an emotional warning signal. My body's got physical warning signals. So embracing emotional and physical warning signals from the environment and from yourself. Then thinking about this, okay, so why am I always negative? Why am I always depressed? Why am I anxious? And as you go through that process of depression, reflection, again, the point where you again, just to find, as the here every day is a little bit the point where you can, okay, maybe this is at the end of 21 days, you see, oh, I'm anxious because I'm actually trying to be a perfectionist. I'm trying to control everything in my environment and it's not quite working out, or maybe it's because there are turmoil that you've been able to deal with. The short thing is we got to check the process so that we got to do my brain to stop you right. The process right when you write, you're clearing out a lot of and when I say right, it's like literally torn in a page because you see my sequence I have to love to literally spend minutes and a half to 2 minutes doing each of these to get further for a minute and a half. You reflect your minutes and a half. You write a minute and a half, and then you would recheck. Not recheck is the process where you go back and look for patterns, the triggers. Your what does it mean? So if you think of wanting to become aware of something going on, I am reflecting what I'm fulfilling. I'm starting to get to the root and on a minute and a half much move on. To bring that down, maybe a bunch of somebody you write down. recheck check broke at the jumbo and try to get some level of order. Your then you go to you get as you get the level of others. That's my little tiny task for today, and it might be as simple as when I feel that this anxiety coming on, I'm gonna compartmentalize it and I'm gonna worry about it too much until o'clock. But in a minute, half minute, a little bit of the machine together, which is the point. You must only get it every day. Everything every day we can solve it or more brilliant today. Little things change over time. You try to fix it quick, you can get there. It's a process, you have to dig it out. For now, because it's a deep investigate the detective process that you're doing. So I say now that you start seeing, okay, worry because of this quantum negative, and we're starting to get a glimpse of maybe it could be this or maybe just what can I do today? As a little active reach. An active reach is then if I see that even let's take a worry thing, I wake up and I'm worrying because that's the long day I'm stuck in. I'm getting so okay, I'm aware of that worrying. What I found to do today. It's what I'm just to focus out and I actually never stop worrying. So cool, what's my active reach? As I worry, as I hit me in the face, I'm going to say, okay, this worry, I'm catching with it now. I'm going to do it tonight. So now it's still o'clock in the morning, it will still o'clock tonight. As you go through the day, it is that, but also happens that you take energy away from worry. Every thought that you build real living think, it has energy, it foreign energy. So if I take this worry toxic and I say, okay, they quiet you, it's possible to deal with you and you discipline yourself and think about it. And by the time you still off tonight, it comes 2 hours later, that thing's a lot of energy. Back in the 80s, I was trained at the brain correction and chance that I did go before I had traumatic brain injury like nature that has been written of by neurologists and neurosurgeons in turn to deliberate research in international with brain learning, going to brain studying daily, went back to university and ended up finishing school and getting high grades and this cannot have been run off as a vegetable. I basically happened to often to me and there's many scientists who have seen shown that when you use your mind, your brain will change. Right, so this is the end of this. Actually, this is the end of this 10 minutes speaking for today. And see you in the 30 minutes speaking and the 20 minutes speaking French. Actually, because I have some, so I have a class right now, so I cannot just go there anymore, right? Um, all right. So, all right. So, bye guys, and see you in the next 20 minutes speaking video. Bye.